Hey guys, sometimes you just wake up in the morning and watch sad videos to make you cry. At least that's what I do. Ugh. Anyways, hope y'all are doing good. Me and my husband's actually going to stay home Saturday morning and try to fix these bathrooms. We got to put putty on the wall and clean them. There's still a little dust in the very top corners of my bathroom, and I can't even get it with that mop because it was a piece of crap. I should have known that mop wouldn't work. I should have just used a Swiffer. I think I'm going to try to go up there later today because and use a Swiffer on the wall, the dry Swiffer, and get the rest of that little dust that's built up around the corners. But anyways, we're going to focus on our bathrooms. I think I am going to go up there and paint a strip and let it dry and see if I'm going to need the primer that my mom thinks I'm going to need. Because I told her that the paint has primer in it already, but she's like, with that dark blue you got in your bathroom, you might need, white primer first and then put the other paint on there. So we shall see how that goes. Yesterday, I went outside and I pulled weeds for 3 solid hours, and I'm feeling it today. Like I'm so sore, the back of my legs, my muscles, well, if you can call them muscles. I got muscles even though I'm chunky, okay, y'all? I mean, I got muscles. But my husband came home yesterday, and I guess when he's at work, he thinks about the trips that he wants to go on or something, because he had this whole big plan of how next year's going to go. If the good Lord give us another yeah. But he's already knew about the Seattle trip, but it's like for sure. He said we're going to Seattle, but we're also going to have a little short trip because in July his workplace shuts down for a week on July 4th. So he said we're going to go to Cincinnati, Ohio again, to another baseball game. We're going to watch the Pirates play in Cincinnati. Then we're going to follow the Pirates and go to Philadelphia and watch them at their another stadium. And then while we're there, we're going to go to that big Zone 28, I think it's called. Like, I'm a big arcade person, and I've watched Arcade Matt for years, and we're actually almost the same age. I think I'm a few months older than him, but anyways, I'm gonna actually go to the arcade that he always goes to, so that's cool. That's one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to go to Philadelphia, go to that Zone of 28, and play the arcade games, and hopefully it won't be a bust like when we went to Canada and I went to that arcade, because I lost like every single time. I only got like a few tickets and I didn't even get to win anything, or I just saved it on my little card, but it's pretty much just a souvenir for me. The fact that I went there to Canada and to that arcade, because I think his name's Arcade Warrior, or something like that. I watch him too, or I did back in the day, but he would always go there with his brother, so I wanted to go there, and we did. And I was kind of disappointed because I thought it was better than what it was, but I'm hoping Zone 28 is really cool, and we're also gonna. I've already looked it up before, but I've got a whole year to plan, but I'm gonna go look and see who has the best Philly cheesesteak, and we're gonna go there and eat a Philly cheesesteak. I'm not a huge fan of Philly cheesesteaks because I'm not a huge fan of the Cheez Whiz. I'm not, maybe a little bit, but they like put a lot, and I don't like that. It's too mushy or something. It takes away from the meat and the peppers, I think. But I can always get a different kind. But I know that's like the original authentic Philly cheesesteak is that Cheese Whiz kind. But I gotta look up what restaurant is the best, supposedly, and then we'll go there. But that's what I told him, like, other than the baseball park, like, that's the two things I want to do in Philadelphia, because we're not going to be there long. And he said it'll take 11 hours the whole trip, so, and we're driving. But that's going to the places and then coming back home. So, yeah, that's also what we're going to do. And he said, go ahead and start writing down everything you want to do in Forks, Washington, which is 4 hours away from Seattle. And the reason why we're going to Seattle is to watch, that baseball field, going to that game. But we're going to Forks, Washington because I want to go there because I'm a Twilight fan. And yes, I started writing down stuff and I got the hankering to watch Twilight. So I stayed up last night and watched the first Twilight. And today, after I do my few little chores that I'm doing, I'm going to watch New Moon. I can't stand that I can't talk. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we're doing. And like Saturday evening is the best time to go kayaking where my dad's property is. It really is girlfriend's property, but I'm gonna call it my dad's property. Anyways, he's got some property and it's like 10-15 minutes away from us. It's actually close. And he hadn't built a cabin or whatever he said he's gonna do, but he's got it all, nice and cut down, and he's got a little area that goes to the water. And his girlfriend is obsessed with buying kayaks and canoes, and they have like 10 of them. And he said he's always talked about us going, and we hadn't went. And then the Saturday we were going to go was the same. No, it was Friday, I think. Or no, it was Saturday. But anyway, it was the same day that we were going to go watch Jaws, and we already had tickets. And I didn't know, because when my dad said, you want to go kayaking, I thought we get up in the morning, meet him there, and then go. But he said the current, it's the time of day, and the current helps you. Otherwise, it'll take hours, to get where we're going and come back. So, anyway, he said you need to be at my property we need to be in the water by 3 or 3:30. So that's the plan for Saturday. We're going to do our little chores because he has to go over to his parents' house and finish working on their house. Because like I said, he does everything and he don't never take a day off. But he's actually making time to go kayaking. Kayaking. Anyways, I get tongue-tied. I'm sorry. Anyway, he's making time to hang out with me. And I think my sister and her kids are going to go too, hopefully. So that'll be good. I don't know if his girlfriend's going, but it's okay if she does. I don't care. But yeah, so I hope that I can take my phone with me. But I don't want to get, drop it in the water or get it wet. So I don't know if that'll work out or not. And let's see. Monday, I didn't have to take her or pick her up from school. Tuesday, I did. Tuesday, okay. So, talking about girl stuff, yeah, Aunt Flo showed up like earlier than usual. Yeah, exactly 10 days, and she shows up. And yeah, so that was a surprise, but oh well, at least I'll get it over with. But I hope that's not a sign of like premenopause or whatever it's called. I know I'm not saying it right, but I don't know. And we did go to the Braves game, but that's all I'm going to say about that. And it did make my husband get in the mood to playing Braves games for next year, so He's already talking about going to the Braves game a couple times next year, and that's why we're going to watch them. No, there's one. I don't know. He was all over the place last night, talking about stuff. But yesterday when I was pulling them weeds, I didn't eat breakfast, and it was like 1 o'clock until I ate something, and I just made breakfast tacos, and they were the best breakfast tacos I've ever had and ever made. Okay, and I'm not joking. Like, these were so good. But I used 2 sausage patties. I cooked them, and I burned them. You know, I like them burnt and crispy. And I chopped them up with a knife so it'd make it easier. And I chopped them up real fine. And I got my eggs in that little blender mixture thing. And I had some extra egg yolk, or egg, the white, you know, the white from the egg. I had some of that left over from when I made cookies. So I put that in there, and then I put 2 regular eggs in there. I put some cayenne pepper, some salt and pepper, and the pink salt, not the regular salt. And I accidentally put, what was it, parsley? No, that's what I wanted to put in that, but I accidentally put basil. But it worked out. It was just a little bit of basil, and you couldn't really taste it, but maybe that's why it tasted a little bit better than usual. But I put my usual bacon and eggs. Oh, duh. No, I put my usual bacon and cheese, and did a little mixty-poo, and then, yeah, it was so good, y'all. And when the eggs were almost done, because I scrambled the eggs this time. I usually never do that. And it was extra cheesy, and it just stayed together. And it had good color. I should have made a video of it, but I didn't. I'm sorry. And that's when I added my little pieces of sausage pieces. And I got 2 big old tacos out of it. And then I added salsa on top of that. It was so good. Which I probably was just starving too, because you wouldn't believe how much I was sweating out there. It was crazy. I had sweat dripping off my nose at one point, pulling them weeds. But I want our front yard to actually look decent. And pulling them weeds by the root, that's the only way you can get rid of them for a long time. And I also went out there. My first goal to go outside was to get my little trimming scissor thingies and trim by hand the ones that are in the bushes that are growing long. So I did that, but I started pulling weeds, and yeah, I was going to go finish it today, but I'm sore. And the fact that we're going kayaking tomorrow, I need to rest my body so I can like get in and out of that thing and not be, you know, really sore and horrible feeling. But my little hummingbirds, I'm not sure when they leave. I guess they'll let me know, because they won't show up. But they're still zooming out. You should see how much they've ate. It's crazy. They eat a lot. And they just zoom in and out and fight over that. And sorry I've not posted long videos in a long time, but I've made like 5 videos and then I delete them, because one of them I was really like in a bad mood, and I was just not in a good mood, and I didn't want y'all to see it. But I mean, at least I can vent and then like erase it. So that's always good. But yeah. But going back to Aunt Flo being, because I wrote down on Monday how much I weighed starting out, which was 233.4, which is more than usual. But like I said, we had that long weekend with all that junk food. I mean, so what you gonna do? And so the next day, Tuesday, no, yeah, I started on Wednesday, so it was Tuesday I weighed myself, and I weighed 232.2. Anyways, I was losing weight, and no, it was just 232.4, because it was just 1 pound, but I was like, it's better than nothing. And then I started my period, and you're not supposed to weigh yourself when you're on your period because it makes you heavier. So, yeah. I hadn't weighed myself since. But I have been eating better. I mean, I still slip up some and eat things I shouldn't. But, I mean, it also helps that we only have certain foods in the house. So that helps a lot. Which, I mean, I know making those cookies wasn't a good idea, but I needed to get rid of the butter and the rest of my brown sugar before it went bad. Or, I don't know, it's like the brown sugar gets these little, it gets this consistency, and I'm like, I don't like making cookies when it gets that way. So that's why I used the last cup of brown sugar I had. And the stick and a half of butter that I had, I got rid of it. And I got rid of my chocolate chips before I ate them all in my yogurt bowls. But, yeah. I threw away one of my t-shirts this morning. I put it on yesterday after a shower, and I was just feeling itchy. And like, I mean, this one kind of has a little bit of balls on it. You know when you wash something and it gets those little balls all over it? Which it was just a yard sale shirt that my mom found. It had sharks on it, and it said Dr. Pepper. She got it for my husband, but he would never wear it, so I would wear it. But anyway, I threw it away this morning because it was itchy. This one feels better, and it's bigger. I like a bigger shirt because I feel like if it's more snug, I feel more fat, or I feel less of my, I feel bad about myself if the shirt's tight. I don't know. I wish I had the confidence that some of these girls out there. I mean, they got some confidence. I wish I had their confidence. But even when I was smaller, I didn't have confidence. That's just how I've always been. But, yes. That is my weekend. And yes, we'll be going to church on Sunday. And I guess we'll be eating out for our weekly eating out, which we already did that with Brad. So Wednesday is our bowling day, and we've not went for a month because everything's been going on with the bathrooms, and we didn't have money, and we really didn't have money Wednesday, but we splurged because we hadn't seen Brad other than seeing him at the Jaws movie, and we're just nice people. But anyways, so we go to the bowling alley, and I wish they would like put on Facebook or something that, hey, they're having a college tournament on half day, so you're going to have to be put on a list. So we go in there, and the place is packed out. There's no lanes open, and there's a waiting list, and I'm just like, well, why don't we just go eat? And we didn't put her name on the waiting list. So we go eat, and we just walk to Arby's because it's close to the bowling alley. We eat, we come back, we grab our balls out of the car, and the college people are gone. So then there's like a big old long waiting list with people's names, and my husband's like, how long is it now? And then turns out right after the college people left, 2 churches with a youth group came in and took all them lanes. So I was like, let's just leave. Let's just go home. Because I was just over it. So we left. And then my husband's like, what are we going to do now? I was like, well, we already ate. Let's just go home. And Brad's like, you want to get ice cream? And I really should have ate ice cream, but it was fat-free. Even though I added Reese Cup pieces in it. Or Reese Cup sliced up, I got the Snow Blast. I think that's what they call it there at Perkins. But, anyways, we went there. So, yeah, we definitely already used our little eat out once a week card on Wednesday. But I guess we'll splurge on Wednesdays when we do hang out with Brad. And then we'll still go eat on Sunday. I don't know. I mean, Wes is the boss. I just live here. I just tag along, Even though he says I'm the boss, I'm not. He's the boss. My stomach's growling. It's time to eat. I'm gonna go make me something. I don't know if I'm gonna have a fruit bowl or make me another scrambled omelet little taco. I don't know what to do. But I'm gonna eat something. I'll see y'all later. Tabby Toe out. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Really appreciate y'all. And like and subscribe. Because y'all watch my videos, but you don't like my videos. And I need my likes. It's good for my YouTube channel if I get likes. But y'all can do what you want. I'm just saying, it helps me out when you like my videos. See y'all. Tabby Toe out.